This book talks about these two mice. Could be mice. Are they rats? Wait, let me check. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. On today's video we have a book review, and book reviews fall under the lifestyle section of my channel. This is where I talk about anything and everything. Games with my niece and nephew, skin stuff, self-care stuff, self-improvement stuff, and book reviews. And this year I had challenged myself to read 12 books before the end of the year, and that is why I am reviewing a book every single time. It was supposed to be every single month, but life kind of threw me off. Anyway, today's book review is Who Moved My Cheese? Ubani osuse icheese lam. Yamang atlusiteng cheese. Yeah, weird my gas gescape. That's today's book review. It is by Dr. Spencer Johnson, and it's from the best-selling author of 1 Minute Manager. It is super thin. It's very thin. Like, you can see how thin this book is. Super thin. Has about 100 pages. It's an amazing way to deal with change in your work and in your life. And what has this year been all about? Literally change. Like, we have been through the most. In this book, cheese is a metaphor for whatever that you're seeking in your life. It could be spiritual peace, could be a good relationship, it could be an activity that you want to achieve and do, could be freedom, good health, a job, recognition, money, whatever. And it has 4 characters. So 2 mice and 2 little people who are as small as mice, and they all get into this maze, and in this maze their quest is to find their favorite cheese. And again, cheese stands for whatever you are looking for in your own life. So they then compare the two. So the mice, what are the mice's names? Mice. What are the mice? It's mice. What are the mice's name? It's Sniff and Scurry. And the little humans are Hem and Haw. So little humans, as much as they're like small as the mice, they deal with solving problems like human beings, because they are humans. So it's kind of more complex, and they think a lot, they analyze. And Sniff and Scurry are mice, so they just use the sense of smell and trial and error, walking through the maze trying to find the cheese. They don't overanalyze things. They're simple-minded mice who are just looking for cheese. So anyway, they end up all finding cheese at Station C. And when they find the cheese, Hem and Haw, the humans, are just so happy about it. Like, they think that finding the cheese would give them happiness. Sniff and Scurry are also happy, but every time they go back to Station C, they take a little bit of cheese, observe. Like, they can notice that the cheese is kind of depleting, and they are aware of like the change that might happen. While Hem and Haw are so happy, feels like they've made it. They found the cheese. They come, they bring their friends to share the cheese with. They bring their friends to have a party at the whatever. Like, they're just content and they relax. And they don't realize that as the days go by, the cheese gets depleted. The cheese at Station C finishes, and then Sniff and Scurry are like, yeah, they saw this coming. So they get on the maze again and try to find another station which has cheese for them. They don't overanalyze it. They don't overthink it. They're ready to move. They're ready to find cheese. They're ready to deal with the change. While Hem and Haw are like, what happened? Who moved our cheese? Like, this was like, what? And they keep going back to the same station, just complaining and feeling like life is not fair. Like, we worked so hard to find this cheese and now it's gone, and they didn't anticipate it moving or being moved or not being there. So they just keep going back there hoping that whoever took the cheese is going to replace it. And it's kind of hard for them to adapt to, hey, Pelele cheese, let's move on, let's go find cheese somewhere else. Like how life works. Like, we're constantly, change happens. Like, you had a routine, you were happy, you were secure, you had a secure job, you had a secure relationship, you were married, whatever, you had good health, you had freedom of some sort, financial freedom, whatever freedom that you had. But then COVID happens and you are no longer financially stable. That's taken away from you. Or something happens in a marriage and you guys are no longer together and you no longer have that cozy, comfortable, happy cheese that you anticipated would last forever. Things start happening in your life and you no longer have like spiritual peace because you feel like this is not fair. So what do? You need to, as a human being, learn how to anticipate that things might not always be the way they are right now, and things can change. And when they change, do you have a plan to move forward? Yes, this does not mean that when change happens you need to like quickly just ignore it. Obviously you go through the motions of it. You are a human being, you are complex, you are made out of a lot of things, and you're not just like a mouse that can just adapt and move on. So this book kind of tries to open up your mind to change and how things might not always be the way they are. And do you have a plan? Do you have savings for rainy days if something kind of changes? Are you going to fall apart if a certain relationship doesn't work out anymore? How are you going to adapt and move on and keep going? Let me just find a chapter that I like. When you are afraid things are going to get worse, if you don't do something, it can prompt you into action. But it is not good when you are so afraid that it keeps you from doing anything. Now, change happens, they keep moving the cheese. Anticipate change. Get ready for the cheese to move. Monitor change. Smell the cheese often so you know when it's getting old. Adapt to change quickly. The quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you can enjoy new cheese. Change. So move with the cheese. Enjoy change. Enjoy the adventure and enjoy the taste of new cheese. Be ready to change quickly and enjoy it again and again. They keep moving the cheese. So overall is that life is not linear. Things change, people grow. Life is not going to always be the same. And we as humans need to learn to adapt. And it could be as simple as, let's say, in a job that was in a paper company. Paper is no longer... People are going paperless. Nobody needs paper anymore. So what are you going to do with your skills of like selling paper or whatever? So we need to learn to adapt to the cheese and wherever it goes. And if we still want the cheese, we might need to change the way we find it. Might need to change the routines. You might need to change your skills and move with it. So yeah, this is a favorite book of mine. Very small, very inspirational. You can read it to the kids. It's written for all ages and takes less than an hour to read. But the gems in here can last you a lifetime. So yeah, that is it for today's book review. Thank you so much for watching my video. So if you made it to this part of the video, please comment with, when you stop being afraid, you feel good. And I'll know that you watched this video to this point. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you later in another video. Don't forget to like the video, share it if you found it inspirational, and do subscribe. Mwah.